On the ones and twos, on the ones and twos. Hey. Hey, it's a good day. Hey.
It's Saturday. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Hey.
It's Saturday. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Hey.
You like my flow? I can flow.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. And look, and this morning when I woke up, no, not right.
It sound like this.
But a little later, this morning, it rained. Today, it rained.
Somebody had to tell me about it though, but
You didn't see it?
I didn't know it had rained.
Yeah.
I heard it.
I sleep really hard when it rains, so a lot of times I miss it.
Yeah, it rained. And it hasn't rained.
But you want to know what's sad? My car is so dirty that my car doesn't reflect the fact that it rained. Because it's still like really dirty even after being under the rain.
You can't tell?
No, you can't tell that it rained based on my car. You know how normally when it rains it'll clean your car off and stuff?
Yeah, so you still got
car.
like the rain dots.
Man, and all the dust is still there. That dirt
That shit sucks.
I'm going nowhere.
The rain dot sucks. That shit
all
is
on the window.
that sucks. That's like when you like, all right, man, I'm going to just go to the car wash.
I think it's about that time.
Yeah, it's about that time. How y'all doing?
Good.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday. Okay.
Saturdays are for podcasts.
Saturdays are, yeah, you got it in.
Oh.
Hey, Saturdays are for podcast. That's what's up. That's for sure.
I had
Cash,
to fill in, since he's not here to say it, I had to.
Cash ain't here to say it.
Yes, I had to say it for him. Shout out to say that.
Right. Shout out to my guy, not here. It's his daughter's homecoming weekend. Her first homecoming, and he's a single father. Ladies, he's a single father.
Time.
You know what I mean? Had to be there for his baby girl's homecoming.
I remember them days.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him or something in a little while. Let talk about what he had to do today.
He might not want to talk about it. I remember it's a girl.
Yeah.
And her first.
Yeah.
Still a bit much.
Yeah. Yeah. How are y'all though?
Good.
I'm doing good. Big chilling over here.
That's good. I'm doing good too.
And
Extendo.
we should have asked you.
I know. I was thinking nobody asked.
It's okay.
I'm
That's how it is. That's how it is as a man.
Go, don't even try.
That's how it is as a man. They don't ask us how we're doing.
Whatever.
So we're used to it. I'm just saying we're used to it. So it's not even a thing. But I am doing good.
That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
We're happy.
I'm happy. It's a happy Saturday. I'm happy to be back on a Saturday. Good vibes all the time.
Whenever you're with us, huh?
Yeah. Good vibes. All right. I need some water though. Can
You
hand
need
me
some
one of
water?
those?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, let me introduce the podcast, then we can talk about how our weeks went, and then we can talk about how the different stuff during the week went. How y'all feel about that?
That sounds good to me.
All right. Well, you have now tapped into the D's Ninjas podcast, and we are so glad that you came to kick it with us. I am JJ Dynamite, the coolest ninja you know, and I'm here with two ninjettes. How are you?
Good.
I'm doing good.
Bart.
Barb is doing great.
Taz.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey. No, I'm glad you're here. Shout out to Cash. Like I said, couldn't be here. Shout out to my guy Extendo. Always, you know what I'm saying, holding us down. Feel me? It's a good day. How are you guys' week though?
My week was straight.
Week was straight?
Yeah, mine was pretty uneventful.
Because she's still on vacation.
Yeah. On the vacation that's not vacationing. But yeah.
Oh, you're not vacationing much on your vacation?
No.
You're staycationing?
Yeah, I'm staycationing. Ugh, whatever.
Are you going to do something before it's over?
Hopefully.
That's the plan?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
plan.
So it's not
Crossing
over.
fingers. It's not over.
It's not
November 9th, I think, or 10th, I have to be back to work or something like that. So I still have a little time to make some magic happen.
Oh yeah, you got a couple weeks almost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You be alright. You be alright.
Mm.
You be alright. My week was cool. I had some crazy shit happen a couple days ago. I had an allergic reaction to some shit, and that shit turned me to like a fucking puff ball. I never had no shit like that. I thought shit was weird.
What was it?
It was like some weird potato chips or some shit. Like something I had, maybe like the oil that it was cooked in, something I don't know. Fucked me up.
Could have been because you said you had like a peanut allergy, right?
Yeah,
Are you
I do have
allergic to
allergy.
peanut oil?
Probably.
And then I'm saying you
Well,
know,
look,
now
for,
a lot of those chips are doing that.
a lot of that's true. That is true. See,
Might have
and I didn't even go back because I just went through all that shit out. 'Cause- so it didn't matter what was in it because I threw that shit out. So
Like, I'm over this. This ain't gonna
yeah,
happen
I
the
didn't need.
second time.
I didn't need to see what was in it because I'm not fucking with it
Right.
anymore. And that was weird though. You know what I'm saying? That like, but it went away. I hit the Benadryls and did all
Ooh, he was
that.
out.
Oh, not soon. Not soon after. Yes, I was. Right? Hey,
That Benadryl.
Benadryl hits the spot.
no
sometimes.
joke. No joke.
Sheesh.
I don't need sleep aids, but that thing was like, hey, you ready?
Let's go.
You don't even be realizing it.
You ready?
Sometimes you'll be watching something. You like, okay, so maybe what I want to know what's gonna happen next, and then before you know, you wake up and it's a whole new day. There's something completely different on the TV. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
I still don't know what happened.
No, I did like some hard head nods, like those. Whoa. All right. Time to go. It's a wrap. I even know. Yeah. So, but got up in the morning. Looked like everything was good.
That's good.
Think I'm in
So
the clear.
now you're gonna have to start. You need
Now I'm
to
have
look.
to looking at ingredients because
Yeah,
since
you need
everybody
to
is
look
out
and
here
see.
frivolous with their peanut oil. Yeah. Because like I don't eat Chick-fil-A because they use peanut oil on their
Oh,
and it's like
Chick-fil-A.
I've read they like do some process and shit like to take the shit for the people that's allergic. They take the shit out.
no games. We're not playing.
I don't play those games.
I'm not gonna be a
sure you did.
test
Sure you did, Bucko. Yeah,
Well, I will eat enough Chick-fil-A for you. Okay.
I do the grilled,
Oh.
and they do fries in regular bad oil. So I do the fries and
They
then I do
fries
the
be
grill.
hitting.
Yeah,
And that Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
Slice
That-
for me.
that bad
I actually
oil.
bought it out in the store.
Me too. I didn't want to like tell the podcast that because I thought I was gonna get judged. But since
Hey.
we sharing,
Hey,
know.
I did. I bought it in the store. They got in the grocery market.
Oh, I didn't even know they had a grocery market. I just bought it
I'm
from
not gonna
Chick.
sell it for them.
Yeah,
But
in the
Filet.
regular grocery store.
all
they
right,
have
we're
it.
not gonna sell it for them.
No, I was just letting her know so she could go to the regular grocery. She thought it was a separate market.
Oh, no, it's
No.
not a
No, they in
Chick-fil-A
the
store.
grocery store.
Oh no! I just buy it in the drive-thru. Be like, can you give me one of those bottles?
Oh, we're gonna have to talk offline because you could probably get a little cheaper if they buy it through the drive-thru.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she's right. Yeah,
Mm.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, like I said, we're not selling them.
No, but
if you know,
Chick-fil-A
you know.
is
What's that? IYKYK. I mean, shit. If you know, and everybody know because them fucking lines be long as hell
and it'd be worth it
at
too.
all times.
And the line goes fast, and you get very good service.
They
every
do
time.
do a good job at
Yes.
accommodating you. They
Yes,
do. All right.
with a smile.
All right. That commercial is over now.
My pleasure.
That commercial
Look,
is
we gave the
over.
visual because you be thinking of some places you go to and you be mad when the line get through, and then by the time you get up there, they got a whole attitude. And you're like, I just sat in line for 20 minutes and you got an attitude? No.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take all of your luster of great lines away if you go hit that one on La Cienega and Centinela. It's a nightmare.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know.
Yeah, don't do that. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, you had to.
Is
We
that
go
the
to the
one we went to?
Amazon Fresh store. It's in the same
Oh, I've never
parking
gone
lot.
to that.
Yeah,
that
don't do
one,
it.
though.
Yeah.
It's
Never been
messed
to
up.
that one.
Yeah. I haven't been there. Haven't been there. Let's see. What kind of stuff went on this week?
A
man?
lot
a
went
lot.
on this week. This was a big week of hot topics.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Wow. All right. I'm looking. Oh, it is a bunch of stuff on here. Okay. Look. First, Happy birthday, Snoop Dogg, because that just happened.
Yes.
And that is
Snoop
recent in my
Dogg.
memory.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop Dogg just had his birthday party. It looked like it was lit, you know.
So I got a question.
I saw the pictures.
Snoop turned 50, right?
Yeah.
But did anybody else all of a sudden feel old? Because I felt old, and I'm not quite at 50 yet.
Not until right now.
Because I'm saying, when you think about it, you like, I was young, you know, when Snoop dropped, and it was like, damn, Snoop 50?
I hadn't fully processed it until right at this second.
I'll feel old when I'm at the, hip hop, the best of hip hop living concert at 70. And we're talking all them bad words or somebody's granny or something.
We legit
Drop that ass.
hip hop. So there's no way like our
Legit.
artists are now.
I remember
in
the
their
very
50s.
first time we heard Snoop to where we are right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he 50. Like,
Yeah. He was one of the first. Look, Snoop was one of the first guys who, Snoop, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. He was one of the first guys where I really saw the longevity,
yeah.
all the way through, because I saw like way before him, then, to how long he's been around, and he's still around. And now he's like making like a different kind of moves. He's making like bigger boss type moves.
Real boss moves, like
Yeah, yeah.
with hooking up with a lot of advertisement stuff that I would have.
Oh, he's been doing that the last few years, like the Corona shit. Yeah,
Yeah, he be on like
That-
a lot of commercials now.
yeah. Hey, that's dope. Look, I know MC Hammer probably fucking hates all of these niggas, or he might, or maybe he probably not. He probably not a hater like that. But you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
because
He
niggas,
saw it first. Like,
he did it, and he saw that vision, and he was ahead of the game, and that niggas hated him out of the game, because of like shit, like he was progressive like that, and now to see us be able to like Snoop getting in like endorsement deal type stuff, and rappers got like shoes and fucking hot sauces at Popeyes.
Right.
all that stuff. So then we got to shout
Sweetie
out
Meal.
MC Hammer for laying the groundwork in that.
Hey man, MC
realm.
Hammer was a gangster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you have the doll? Well, you wouldn't have the doll. Did you
Nah, I
have the
had a
doll?
No.
I was a big fan
did.
though. One of the best concerts that I've been to still to this
never
day
been so
was the MC Hammer tour. It was MC Hammer. I'm really
Was
dating
that the
myself.
TLs?
MC Hammer, his little backup dancers, Oaktown, After Seven,
Oh, that's
Troop.
group too. That was a damn good
I was young.
concert just hearing them name.
I was young, but that was like still.
Okay.
It was it was awesome.
So
dope ass concert.
You are feeling a little ache in your knees then about Snoop turning 50.
No, I didn't until I'm telling you. Thank you for that.
Dang,
We
time
legit grew up with
flies.
that. But happy birthday to the Godfather,
Snoop
the
Dogg, Snoop Dogg.
Dogfather.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Happy birthday, Snoop Dogg.
Happy
Hey, he put
birthday,
out
Snoop.
they put out the single this week too. Y'all heard that?
No.
Big Subwoofer. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't heard the Mount Westmore single?
I have not actually
Oh.
been really out the house. You know?
You don't gotta go out the house to
No,
hear
I'm
the
saying that's the
singer.
only time I really, really hear music that's like
Oh.
make hit on, exit radio and stuff is when I'm in my car.
Right.
So like all this week is mostly been me catching up on shows. And when I did listen to music, it was like my old school mix
Oh,
that I've
yeah.
had in rotation.
It's out there. They was socials, a video. They doing a big push, big budget. I like it.
It's nice.
Because those is all 4 legends, and so they should get this kind of push.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have to check the video out.
They should get this kind of push. But you don't see older acts getting this kind of like look. It's a good big budget thing. Snoop, Ice Cube, E40, Too
But
Short.
it's making me happy because we've had this talk a lot about the change in music, and so to be hearing stuff that makes me happy again, it
Yeah.
makes me want to listen to the radio when I'm in the car.
Okay. All right. See, like they just give me some old niggas and I'll be fine.
Whatever.
And
Whatever.
I'll be fine. You said. Shout
I'm
out
not doing
to
this with you.
shout out though. The party looked like it was fun, man. It was like a pimp ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wifey stepped out. She was fly. Like I saw some of them photos.
We
But I like
expected
his wife in
nothing
general.
less from Snoop.
Oh yeah. To
Yeah.
go all out.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah. Big Boss Dog. Def Jam exec. Got the new album about to come out. Got the production team that they put together with like all the classic West Coast producers like
So you
Battle
must gonna be
Cat
hot.
and
Yes.
all of the rest of them.
That's why I'm happy. It ain't got nothing to do with them being old. It's just the fact that
You just so West Coast.
Yeah.
Messiah.
But the West Coast still just has a sound that even with Kendrick and them, you know that it's West Coast.
Yeah. Kendrick is coming. It's gonna have that. Everybody gonna be doing all they particular walks.
All the walks.
All the walks.
All of them.
Yeah. Everybody getting that
all
in.
that. All that coming back.
Yes. All right. We've done the happy Snoop Dogg day. So that's what's up. All right, let's see. What else we got on here? Before we get on, it's a bunch of people that passed that I wanted to acknowledge. So let's acknowledge them so we can do that. And then, all right. First, rest in peace to Colin Powell.
Yeah.
Colin Powell, right? Colin Powell is like probably one of the people that made people comfortable enough for Obama to end up being president.
You think so?
I think so. I think he softened.
for sure.
I think he softened the blow early and like how much power he had. You know what I'm saying? Being Secretary of State, and I think he ran even once. You know what I'm saying? With primaried out, but
yes,
general. It's what. Not enough can be said. Rest in peace to Colin Powell.
yes.
Let's see. Rest in peace to General Jeff, West Coast staple. If anybody know Rodney O and Joe Cooley from the old school, you know what I'm saying? They will be familiar with General Jeff. I want a special shout out from Extendo. You know what I'm saying? They grew up, he came up in the same neighborhood. And, this dude look at him like a family member. And so rest in peace to General Jeff. Rest in peace to Tommy DeBarge of R&B group Switch, of R&B family, the DeBarge family.
Yes.
Right.
That one hit me. That one really hit me because we talk a lot about I like old school music.
Yeah.
So I really like the group Switch. I like the DeBarges, so that hit. But can we talk about something with that though?
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I am very familiar with like songs from DeBarge, but I can't like point them out and like say who the different family members are. I don't really know
because they sound that much alike.
I don't know how many of them it is.
It's
Right.
10.
Whoa!
It's 10 DeBarges, but it's 8 that was in music. It's 10 of them.
Whoa!
Yeah.
For real?
I had no idea.
Hey, you really
It's
fucked me
10.
up right now. I was gonna think somewhere around like 5.
No. Oh, no.
All I don't even want to go through all of them because DeBarge family has gone through a lot, and different ones are here and different ones aren't. But we just lost one. What's your gripe?
My gripe. This is my gripe. Okay. Now, when it was media of a different persuasion, it was like, dang, we don't all look alike. But the fact that we got black media screwing this up is where my pet peeve is.
What?
So, Tommy DeBarge passes away.
Right.
Yet when you Google him and like all the stories come up, they're mostly pictures of Bobby DeBarge, who passed away in 95.
Oh,
They don't look that much alike.
Oh,
that you can't
that's
tell the
shady.
difference.
That's shady.
They don't. I mean, like now, all the DeBarges, I will say, you can tell they're related, but you can tell the difference.
We got to do better, is what you said.
Yes. Like, and then I saw people like reposting it, like on Facebook and stuff, and then getting an attitude when people were correcting them and saying that you got the wrong person up, and they like, what difference does it make? It makes a lot of difference.
And people know Switch, right?
Yes.
Right.
But you know what I found out too, though, is that a lot of people don't really know Switch. A lot of the songs that were Switch hits, people think was like Elle singing and not Bobby. So they have like this mentality that it was the DeBarge group and not Switch.
Guess what?
You one of those people?
One of them
That's
too.
probably me.
Probably so.
That's
yeah.
probably me.
Because I'm telling y'all, Switch had them hits. And if you see Tommy on the bass and stuff, like go back and really like check out like a YouTube video of him performing.
Yeah.
That group was dope. They were really dope.
I know certain songs, but like I said, you know, if once they start going, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's like for me, I don't know. Like I could sing a song, and you could ask me like, "Who is that?" I might not even know the name of the song or the name of the artist, but I could sing the whole song or whatever. Yeah, and for that, they just
it's a lot of 80s songs like that for me. Like songs from the 80s.
So let me help y'all though. I Like It is the DeBarges, right? Yeah. I Call Your Name is Switch.
See,
that's Switch over there.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
But the cool thing, they were really dope. Like they were a band that like did multiple things. Like that's how they got their name, because they could switch instruments and switch. One person could be singing. Like they were all so talented.
So their name was functional.
Yes, their name was based off of the fact that they switched up a lot.
Had no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like some of the Isley brothers were brothers.
No.
You know, I'm not doing this with you. So the point though is that I want to say to all my media out there, it is important when people pass away that you make sure that you are posting the correct person. It is getting tiring.
Come on, Black media.
That stuff, and you're like, I know you should know better.
We got to treat our people better.
Well, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, they should just
if we want other people to hold them in esteem, we gotta hold them in esteem.
Right.
Thank you.
Because I was gonna say, you know, when you got these 20-year-old media people, they don't know what those old people look like. Like, found the barge.
Man, all they gotta do is
thought there was one.
You know, Don Cornelius will get
you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied because they don't know. They're not gonna go back.
Yeah, Don Cornelius will get you right. And at this point, you can go on YouTube and pull up all the Soul Trains. You'll know who's who, and that'll help you. When in doubt, go Soul Train. Can't go wrong.
Hey, youngsters, you want to do your old school history? Go to Soul Train.
Hey,
that Soul Train will plug you in.
Every time, Don Cornelius,
what is that?
Yes. When he do his interviews, he gonna make sure you know who
everybody is.
Right.
He gonna be like, hey, excuse me, pardon me, get him out of here. That's little Reggie right there. That's little Reggie. Yeah. He gonna say that shit like, and that's little Reggie. Deep ass voice.
I can't even find the level of baritone needed for that.
But yeah, so we gotta definitely shout out to the DeBarge family, all the families that suffered losses.
Shout out to the families of all the men that we mentioned and the friends. Condolences from These Ninjas podcast. All right, let's see.
Can we get happy now?
Let's get happy. Hey, new Roscoe's is open. That makes me happy. I don't know. You guys, how about y'all?
The new, like,
damn, y'all like Roscoe's?
It's the same food going to another location.
But that's true.
Yeah, so
I'm just glad they got their new spot. They've been trying to get in there.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that.
Some kind of progression. Y'all like when people progress?
I do, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm still not big on restaurants yet, so that's why I don't have that excitement. Like, there's a new restaurant. No, because
I'm still gonna Postmate it.
Right.
And I probably won't even do that. I've gotten so good with just eating at home and cooking myself that it's just,
That is good. Every once in a while, I just get a craving for Roscoe's syrup.
Yeah, their syrup is different. Their syrup's different. That's true.
That's what happens. I don't love their waffles.
Yeah, like, those waffles.
I have to like kind of tell them like cook them shits extra long because they be a little soft.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I do fuck with the chicken.
Can I give you a judgment moment?
What's up?
Because my godmother judges me really big because I used to go hard when like she'd be like, let's go eat. Where you want to go? I'm always like Roscoe's. I do not eat waffles. So I've never had a Roscoe's waffle. I'm like the only person who goes to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles and does not get the waffle.
You're the one person that go get like macaroni and cheese and greens?
Yeah. Their smothered potatoes is bomb, believe it or not.
I always wonder who that person was.
It's
right.
I don't get the waffle.
I always wonder who was the person that went to Roscoe's and got the greens.
That's me.
Man, back in the day when Mama was still alive. Now, if you guys are real Roscoe people, you know who Mama is.
Yep.
So I took a friend from out of town, for whatever reason.
Right.
Roscoe's is a place that be like, we want to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And they coming from like the east Southern East, and they've been to the Waffle
Oh, they
House.
heard the name.
They
They
been to the-
comparing it and everything.
right. They mad. They be like, "Oh, this is what this is." You know, you can't compare smothered, covered in cap. Anyways, we sitting there with the menu. I already know what I get. I've
Yeah,
always
this
got
is West Coast, man. We don't do all that
West
shit.
Coast. But that smothered, covered in cap is bomb. I
Well,
will say
go
that.
down there and get
over
that
there
shit.
with the all that stuff, right? So I'm sitting there and I got the menu. I already know what I want. I get the number 9, which used to be Sco's number 9, is now the Obama
The
special.
Obama, you're right.
Okay. And the cheesy,
Hey, that's probably the most popular.
Yeah.
I'm sure. That's why they changed that name. The cheesy eggs with onions. I already got my stuff. I know what I'm going for. So mama come over there and they looking at the menu at all those extra items. You know, the name is Roscoe Chicken and Waffles. Mama was like, baby, what is it that you want? They were like, oh, we're looking at the menu. She politely picked up the menu. She said, sweetie, we got chicken and we got waffles. Now, what can I get you? Like,
But they do have more than chicken
Scoochie, like, that's a hint. Don't go beyond that to me. I'm like, okay, or chicken and waffles is what you want. Don't touch nothing else.
No, I get a couple other things. But one thing is I love those damn eggs, though. The eggs
eggs
are
are
so
good.
good.
What they do to them eggs?
I know how to do it now.
You gotta share
Yeah,
that
and we're
secret.
still waiting for you to do it.
Mhm.
Like, I think we should have brunch day on a Saturday.
You missed the food, so you know what I'm saying.
Oh, them
It's not like
tacos were off
I
the
didn't
chain.
do what I do.
I
So don't be
know.
trying to call me out. 'Cause you
But I'm
didn't
calling
come
y'all
that
on
day.
Them eggs, because this is about the
Okay.
third time you didn't tell me about them eggs and you ain't made them. So
No, I don't think I told about the eggs.
Yes.
I'll be
Yes, you
fucking them eggs
have.
up.
But
I don't know if niggas know how dope you can be with cooking eggs.
man, the
I'm-
Roscoe eggs
I'm
is
special.
off the chain.
I just want to say that.
and
Well,
so that's why I
share the
called you out
specialness.
on the podcast that we should do brunch with the eggs.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Are we just gonna be a potluck brunch?
Sure.
Oh.
I'll bring mimosas. That's my specialty.
Hey, look, you know what? They don't even do brunch in even restaurants. It's not even brunch no more. It's just like a item that you can eat at maybe lunch or breakfast and mimosas,
It
and they
depends
be
on
like
where you
brunch.
were though, because we
It's-
do brunch hard in Atlanta.
It's well out here. I'll say out here is not many buffet brunches is what brunch
Yeah,
used to
which
be
is why I
kind of
don't waste
known.
my money.
You know, which is what brunch was.
Sure was.
Right.
It was a buffet. You know, you got different stations. You can go
Yep.
to the omelets. You can go get your seafood. Go get your waffles. All that shit custom right then
Right.
type shit. Right now it's like you can get like the avocado toast with an egg on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, or get you like the BLT type expensive BLT joint for the afternoon. Like what you doing? And mimosas, arugula on the BLT. It's not even. It's like a BAT. You know, some shit like
But
that.
it's really all about the mimosas on a brunch, to be
I'm
honest
trying
with you.
to, man. I was
I'm trying
like in
to eat.
stations.
Well, and I admit
It's not like I'm not gonna be able to drink. You know what I'm saying? We could
Right.
still get mimosas and what was going on. That was still happening.
That
Right.
used to be like
They were
the,
still bringing champagne to the table and the whole deal.
You know who used to have a really good brunch was House of Blues. They used to have a good Sunday
House of
brunch.
Blues. I mean, there is still
I don't think they're around anymore.
there is still a good brunch. I'm not saying that, but just in
No,
general,
I'm saying
Well,
with the
take
style
me.
you're talking about is not
just in
many out
general,
here
people
anymore.
like let's do brunch, and it's not brunch.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's
I
lunch.
concur.
That's just late breakfast. Just say that. Say you want to go get breakfast late, have some mimosas.
Right.
So you could be prepared mentally, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, where is that? They like, oh man, you know, it's the spot where they got the sandwiches.
That's why you need to do brunch at home. That's what me and my mom do. We do Sunday brunch at home, and we have all the stuffs.
When I was young, I was living with my pops for a few years, and we used to do a brunch on Christmas. And all the family used to come instead of doing Christmas dinner.
That's
We used to do a
nice.
Christmas brunch.
That
was
actually
cool.
sounds good.
That's what my mom does. It's like, well, I don't understand it. She wants everyone to be there for breakfast, but no one ever shows up till before 1:00. So it becomes, this brunch that she does. And she makes phenomenal eggs, I will say. They're not Roscoe's eggs, but they are phenomenal.
Shout out to Mom's Eggs.
Yes, shout out to Mom's Eggs. And then my dad gets in there and makes like the best like home style potatoes ever. I don't know what he does. I sit there and I watch, and it just isn't the same. I guess it's the twist of the arm or something. And she has to have hot cocoa, and then the best
like
thing.
it's no when to turn them shits over.
Yeah.
Like to let them go. Like that's brown enough.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You know,
It's
some people
something.
don't let them get brown enough.
Right.
Or you let them get too brown. You gotta know right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the hot cocoa is a treat because it's the way I like hot cocoa, which is with milk. You know, some people like to do the add water thing. Like, what's that? No. Put the milk in the cocoa. Now that is what you do.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. I like cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand.
No water.
I'm a cocoa. Like I'll drink some cocoa. Like, oh, it's our cocoa night.
Right.
I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that. All right. What we got next? What's next?
Who's got next?
Man. All right. Alec Baldwin. Man.
Yeah, that was some shit.
Alec
Excuse my French, because I
Baldwin.
try to
The
keep it
fuck?
clean, but that
Yeah.
was a bit much.
That's man. How do you bounce back from that?
All right. This dude discharged a prop gun on the set and killed somebody
Mm-hmm.
accidentally
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
and
that
injured
happens,
somebody.
just-
Like, what the? How does that happen? What's crazy is I don't even think that's his fault.
No.
Because I didn't even know they used, and again, I might be slow. I didn't know they used real like guns when they did props.
I'm going to say I have not used the movie level gun. You know what I'm saying what they're doing with them at the movies. So I don't know I don't even know
like
how that
I'm
shit
saying,
works.
like even if it was a real gun, I wouldn't think you'd actually have, bullets in
Live
them to kill
ammo.
somebody, right?
Of some
from
sort.
What I read, in a lot of the comments that people decided to, share their visions or, where I work in this industry or whatever, they were explaining that even with the prop gun, what should happen, like the Marines really like jumped in on it a lot. And they're like, they should have cleaned the gun properly, took it apart and did this. So with the prop gun, there's fragments that are sometimes still stuff in the barrel. And even though it's a prop, they still got to use some kind of bullet. The prop bullet are made with different type of things.
Right.
One is like this clay material. And depending on how close you are, no matter what it is as a projectile, if it hits
Right.
you in the right spot, it could kill you
Right.
or whatever. So they were saying that there were all these other technicalities upon what the prop gun had or whatever.
It's not like he blew her
Yeah.
brains out or nothing, but
And then they even said like the fake bullets that they use, there's some still kind of like gunpowder-ish stuff for it to shoot.
to make
'Cause
it
if
a projectile.
if
Right.
it doesn't have that, then it's not going to be. So you still have to treat it with the same
Caution.
as a real gun, like, with live
So-
ammo.
That is true, but whatever it was also so on that end, it is his fault on that end. Yeah, so partly his fault. But I'm saying as far as how it being cleaned properly and firing and doing whatever it's supposed to do, that I'm sure he's not the person preparing that.
Right. And he probably is just like how you guys said. I didn't know either. I was just like, I thought it was for lack of better terms, a rubber bullet in them, when you use a prop gun.
Right.
So, if you don't, then maybe his ignorance was the same. Like, oh, I didn't know I could kill somebody with it, really, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But I think he might know a little bit more than us because he's been in the game so long. So that's
He's
why
been in,
that's
so
why
maybe he was a little reckless. But if
True.
it wasn't, the gun wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing, then that's on there.
Yes.
People getting fired and somebody might go to jail.
Yes.
and someone died, and rest in peace to them.
I was just
And
about to
there's
say that.
rest in peace to the female camera lady and
She
someone
was like
else
a cinematographer.
yeah.
Damn.
And someone else was injured. I don't know how they're doing.
Somebody else
Yeah.
got injured.
That it's just when you see that like flash across your screen,
You're like, what the?
it threw me. That's why, and I don't mean to laugh, but it's like when you say it and you read it just like as a title or something,
Right.
it almost gives you like the the
That looked like-
WTF moment.
That looked like a sensationalized headline. What they're talking about, right?
Like I didn't think it was what it was until I was sitting and I was like, wait, so somebody actually died because he. I was like, what? Like, it still wasn't registering with me.
This nigga, what?
And so
He
sad,
did what?
like,
Because it made it seem like he just like popped somebody.
right.
Yeah, at first you did. You know that's how the news get you. They'll say some stuff to make you go, I gotta wait 2.5 hours to see
Right.
what that was about.
Alec Baldwin popped the nigga on the set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying,
Uh-oh. And then you're
Oh,
like,
my
what?
bad. I didn't know that gun was real.
That's how it kind of sounded, though.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Can you imagine though the trauma that he's feeling? I'm sure he did. Grabbing it like, oh man, like I killed somebody.
That's true. That's probably traumatic.
Like
Yeah.
I was just on set. I grabbed the gun because that's what I was supposed to do. Director said grab the gun.
He said grab it and shoot. I grabbed it and shot. Damn.
And I killed someone. Ooh, I couldn't even imagine that.
They said, hey, pinpoint it at her.
I wonder if that's going to be the end of his career, though. Like, because, that would be so traumatizing to me. I might not even want to do it no more. Like, I'm good.
Who's the next person that hires him?
They just don't give him a role with a gun.
What's going to happen as a result of this? He going to get like, he's going to go to jail? Is he going to get like a fucking reckless something?
Well,
manslaughter.
They didn't release many of
third degree.
of the details.
Something.
So
even
maybe just called it
may not want to anymore.
accidental.
Right, but I'm saying if he's traumatized from it, he may not want to do it.
He was, but going to like getting charged for something. That's what.
Right, I don't know if that's going to be the end of that. It's going to depend on how reckless they find him to have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be an investigation.
Mm-hmm. They shut the set down that moment, and yeah, everything's being investigated.
Damn, that's really that's unfortunate. This shit does sound funny though.
Mm-hmm.
It's an unfortunate situation that sounds funny as hell. Damn, it's messed up. It look like we're not about to be getting nothing. We're not about to get any goods because everything is backed up in the ports. I saw a map that showed there's like a map with all the boats. Mm-hmm. And it looked like it's all the boats. So now they all backed up. None of them are getting in. We're not going to get any goods, any cars. All the chips is out of the. They don't have no chips for the cars. So a shortage on cars already. We're not going to get no food, nothing. Just buckle down.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a couple of ways about that. One, on the food side, I'm wondering by the time they are able to get that stuff off, if it's gonna be any good, and that creates still more of a.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, our food is not natural. They put all kind of stuff in it to make it last. Right. They'll just put more. That is like, oh no, they'll last.
My next issue is, to me, now these companies are gonna use it like they've been doing as the excuse to keep hiking up the prices of stuff.
Yes, shit is about to go up.
Because things are already expensive, where it got you thinking I should just lose weight by not eating because food costs
shit
too much.
Shit is already high, and shit is going to go up. Yes,
and
this is going to fucking separate from the
yeah. It was crazy. My sister, she just started a new car business, so she like a driver type thing. So she went to buy a Denali. And she kept trying to buy them, and she called it, like trying to find it. She couldn't find the car. So she finally found it. And he was like, if you don't get down here in the next 15 minutes, it's going to be gone. She's like, you're in Tustin, dude. What are you supposed to do? So they had to do the whole deal over the phone. And he was like, it doesn't matter if you can't, you
like, you don't have to come today.
You don't have to come. Like,
you bought it.
We gonna sell it. Like, we gonna sell this car. So it's about the chips or whatever. And they like not playing. This is $100,000 car, and they're like, oh well, we lose your sale. There's plenty of more in line.
Yeah, because it's a shortage, and so people was paying over sticker price, all that kind of shit.
Craziness.
Yeah. But.
Well, my household's gonna be okay because we always buy in bulk on the normal. So
they already starting to hoard paper goods again.
I'm so over.
I don't like hoarders, but I will say that we have always.
When I say hoard, I mean like go
that.
to the store and you be like, oh
yeah,
shit, look at this shit.
Because you're starting to see them signs again that say you can only get one. So that's why I'm saying I don't like hoarders. But I will say we were prepared to not run out of toilet paper.
I feel that. We kind of do, get ahead too.
Right.
I do that too. It's just me. And like I have this thought in my head, like, no, I have 3 tubes of toothpaste because I don't ever want to go and grab the last one and be like, oh, this is the last little bit. Or the same with the toilet paper. I'm on the last roll. But for me, I only need 2 of them the big roll cases.
Mm-hmm.
There don't be nothing. I was so mad. I was like, what? And then when I finally did get some, I felt like I needed to get extra because of the issue. People looking at me like, there go the toilet paper holder right there. She got 4 in her basket. Yeah, this 4 is going to last me 2 years. Now leave me alone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the way they jacking up prices sometimes it's better now to just go on and get it.
Toilet paper.
It only costs $5.
Hey, I mean, that's why we got Costco and Sam's Club and all that.
Sam's Club and Costco, though, they got them signs big as day, and they not like the grocery store. You know, at the regular grocery store, they ain't trying to argue with you. Right. They'll tell you only can have one.
Well, if I have to hit 3 Costco's, then that's what it is. All right. I'm gonna get done what needs to get done. All right. You're not gonna stop me.
I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow.
You're not stopping me from getting 3.
But you know what? I like your mentality because that means you ain't gonna get up there and give nobody no crap about why you can't get the 3 all in one. What you said, I'm just gonna put that in my car and go hit it again. And I'm not gonna give you no extra problems.
Yes.
I like those type of people.
Yeah, man.
Because there's a way around everything.
Why are we going through this?
Exactly.
Why are we going through this? This is an argument. Some of these people, like, you arguing with people who don't even have the power to change. Mm-hmm. So why are we arguing? What are we doing?
Why are we arguing?
What are we doing?
I agree.
All right, man. Look, so, we do a Black Girl Magic segment sometime, right?
Yes.
Today, what we're doing is a Black King salute.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were going to say the Black Boy Joy, but I'll take the Black King salute.
No, we're not doing the Black Boy Joy.
You don't like that?
No.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I'll take the Black King salute. I like that.
We're doing the Black King salute.
I like that. Yeah.
All right.
Black
and this
King
Black
salute.
King salute is going out to Darian Cockrell, who is been named as Missouri's 2020 Teacher of the Year. All right. He was a gang member that turned his life around, is now a physical education teacher, won Teacher of the Year, is influencing kids to go into the right directions because he has the experience of being on that other side of that shit. And just, I like to fucking just shout out, acknowledge some of those people because you don't never really hear good shit acknowledged.
Right.
You only hear bad shit talked about. You'll hear enough people giving shout outs and props to people who are doing things like they're supposed to be doing or just, toting that right line. So,
yeah. I mean, I think with this whole pandemic, you started to see teachers on a different level. So there's definitely respect for the route he chose to go because we don't have a lot of male Black teachers.
Parents should be appreciating teachers because I've heard parents. I've
seen firsthand how that goes.
You've seen them.
But I definitely think the fact as a Black male teacher, that alone, before even getting Teacher of the Year, I think was really stand up. And I think sometimes we don't really take into account how much
that
people
presence
can change their, I think this generation, but not just this generation, a lot of people, they go off of what your experience already was. It's hard to tell somebody what to do when you've never experienced anything. Right. So I think seeing that he went one route and chose
exactly
another one, that made that story even more.
That may make somebody else more receptive to that story.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
I like that.
And I just looked up. He teaches elementary. It sounds like he a high school teacher. Not saying that high school was any easier to teach because you have your own set of problems, but when you're doing elementary, like it's different.
You're building that up early,
right?
It's
a different type of mentality you have to come with.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to connect with them kids.
Mm-hmm. Not so easy.
That's a whole different type of energy. Elementary kids
sometimes because little kids, sometimes you got to harness that energy. It's like exploding, and it's like you come bring it in,
right?
Bring it in, my guy.
Get it together.
Everybody can't teach elementary.
That takes a different kind of patience.
A whole different type of patience.
Yeah. I could imagine every day a bunch of kids. And, ooh, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you.
They be just coming up with shit's flying out of their mouth. And,
Right.
All the time.
all right. Speaking of teachers that went through it, this disabled teacher that got assaulted. Well, the girl that did it, she's being charged with second-degree felony assault or battery for assaulting that teacher. Her name's Laronia Jackson. Dumbass. That's what you get.
Good. I was gonna say good for
I
her.
think that's what she gets.
That's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Because on top of being stupid and attacking the teacher, she attacked a disabled teacher. We talked about that before.
So can I just say this, though? I want to see it happen more because she's not the first student to attack a teacher. And the mentality has always been just that teachers, you can't, defend
like
yourself.
this happens?
Yeah, and you're just supposed to roll with it. And everything is, well, let's find a way to kind of dismiss what took place. And I think this needs to happen more. And maybe the attacks on teachers will kind of
when I was in school, my geometry teacher got assaulted for telling a fool to go to class.
I can believe it.
He got he was out for like a month. He came back. He still had 2 black eyes.
That's
he came back like a month later.
And a lot of times there's no repercussion against these students. It's
See,
not.
and that's crazy. So here it is. I showed up at my niece's high school, and the kids just looking at me because, my 5'3" stature does not stand up as like, oh, I'm a teacher.
Right.
And my little ponytail and my hair, like, no, they kind of looking like she a student, she a teacher. What's
They couldn't
going
figure
on?
it out.
Right. So, just being who I am, and these kids that I'm looking at, all of them were like so much bigger than me. Like they make kids different because there were no kids when I was in high school that looked like these kids are in high school. These are grown people.
Kids.
In high school. So just to think of me teaching and then one of them kids pick up them desks, like how you see in some of those videos, to throw it at me. And I'm just supposed to sit there and like duck and take it. Oh, sorry, Marcus. I'm sorry to upset you today. No, there should be.
But see, I think this.
No.
Before we change the subject off of teachers,
Right.
I think that when you first step in, I don't care how old the kid is, you need to come in that presence like parents do. Like, how your parents will give that look, and you just know that look. And
Don't fuck with me.
Try them. I was with high schoolers, and as small as I am, they knew.
Right.
I made it very clear. I don't play that. And if you hit me, it ain't going to go the way you want it to go. So I didn't have those problems. Even as small as I am, I did not get tried by the big ass high schoolers because I made it very clear. The same respect that I give you is what I expect back. And if you show me anything different, then we have to approach the way we communicate differently. And when you show that, it puts them in their place though. Like they know these kids know who to try it with and who not to. Because I bet you that teacher of the year, ain't nobody trying him, okay? The way they trying. Somebody says they not trying him. I promise you.
Yeah.
But can we, before you jump from saluting kings, I have another group of kings I want to salute.
Go ahead.
I want to salute dads on duty. So apparently I'm going to read what they did so I don't mess it up. After a violent week of fighting in school, and this took place in Louisiana, that saw about 23 students arrested in 3 days at the Southwood High School in Shreveport, Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana. That's where my peoples is from. But about 40 dads started spending time at the school. And so, like, they rotate. They might not all 40 be there at the same time.
Okay.
But they come into the school, and they said since the dads have been a presence on the campus, there have been no fights. And it's been like the vibe has changed. And this is from the students. They actually
they respect
coming to
it.
school. Yeah. And having the dad jokes and the dad's going, hey, you need to be in class. Like it's that being there. So now they want to kind of spread it. But I think it just goes to show how that village mentality of if you take away from just my kids are my responsibility.
We've become so insulated.
Yep.
We've become so insulated. It's like I think it's because the news, we have so much more information and people are scared. You see these websites that show like how the neighborhood is. But it used to be much more village,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Like we could
So
get it
true.
when even shit. I mean, just as recent as me coming up, you could get in trouble in the neighborhood. At least if the neighborhood person couldn't get you, because we wasn't really the era where the neighborhood person could get you, but they would at least tell on your ass,
Yep. Every time.
right? They would at least snitch on you, and then you still had a problem because somebody was still looking out for you and paying attention, and people wouldn't. Because somebody said something about your kid, somebody wouldn't just jump down somebody's fucking throat.
Very true.
Exactly.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Our parents didn't do that. I mean, if they had, like parents be defensive for no reason. Like if your kid was fucking up, your kid
At
was
all.
fucking up. You know.
And so you're right with that. And I think that's something, even with these dads on duties, it just shows it would be good to get back to. Really? Is that how you feel? In the middle of my statement?
No, go ahead. I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Shit. She was out here like these kids, they got fucking kid up.
Man. But nah, I think having that mentality of the village and just taking the time out, because sometimes I think a lot of these kids act out the way they do because nobody else cares. Nobody is like affirming them or doing any of that. So I think having those dads there, even if it's just while they're not just jumping down their throats, like they actually there supporting them.
Yeah.
I think that's a real good look at
No,
something they should get back to.
That presence is a present.
Yeah.
Right. So true.
So shout out to Dads on Duty.
What is it, Dads on Duty?
Yes.
Dads on Duty. Shout out to Dads on Duty. I love to hear that.
Shout out. I'm
The
saving
kings are
that
doing
now.
their thing.
That positive vibe, Black King salute.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Keep
too.
it up.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, let me see. What are we gonna talk about? Facebook. Facebook has been in the news. Facebook has
They
been
gonna
sit there.
Facebook has been in the news so much that they are like, man, let's get our fuck out of the news. So they trying to change their name. They about to get a whole new logo, name. They getting in disguise. They putting on makeup. They rebranding, whole new vibe in hopes so that we would forget all the shit. Like, no, that wasn't them. That was Facebook.
Right. New book.
That was Facebook. But yeah.
New book is all right.
Yeah. Where's it gonna be now though? What they gonna change the name to?
They had a name circulating around. It was something weird.
Horizon.
Was that no?
I saw a reference to Horizon, which is like they're using that for like their VR technology and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
so they was I heard that.
Yeah, it was something else that I saw, and I was like, oh, well, that's
What you
gonna
think?
be difficult.
My opinion is instead of wasting their time trying to come up with a new logo and a new name, how about you just fix your actual issues? Like changing the name and stuff.
You know what I
isn't gonna
think it
change
is?
The problem.
This shit is so ingrained in there. They just need to start a new site because all the fucking bad stuff is so ingrained into their code. They did an experiment. They've been doing like research on how Facebook is affecting people, right? And so some independent researchers did an experiment, and they came up. They're pretty much just making profiles and seeing where Facebook leads that profile. So they make the profile, they give it a couple interests, particular interests, and see what happens. All right. So they made like a woman. I think the woman's name was Carol Smith. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Carol Smith. She was into Christianity, parenting and something. I don't remember the third. This shit just fucking pushed her. It was like within like 2 days, it had like pushed her into like, it started shooting her K9 groups to join QAnon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shooting her groups. It was just like pointing her like in directions like towards conspiracy shit, going towards like, shit is fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just be on there and just be vibing. It's just gonna give you shit. Hey, look at this. I always be sitting there talking shit about Facebook because I hate that shit.
Well, I mean, I totally believe it because you know how Facebook and Instagram are connected. And with that said, I noticed and I posted it like on one of my stories, like, hey y'all, is it just me? Or is Instagram following people for me? Because I'll like see stuff in my feed, and sometimes it'll say, "Do you want to follow?" or whatever that they put in your feed. But these are people that
You be
are
like,
in my
I don't
regular
know
feed.
who these people are.
Yeah, and then I go look and I'm like, yeah, it says I'm following them. Like, what? So then the consensus after I put it in my story, the question, people are like, oh yeah, they do that all the time. I'm like, well, what made them pick this person for me to follow?
Based on your algorithm and other people that you follow, you may like this person.
Yeah, but they already pushed the follow button for me.
Yeah.
So the other day I took a screenshot to see, and my numbers went up, and I was like, "See, I wasn't tripping." Like for a minute,
Right.
it
I'm
makes
like,
you go
because
psycho.
I was in this. I'm like, there's no way I'm fucking following this many people.
Right.
Right. I don't even care that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just think it's a whole.
Where did this chick come
they
from?
doing the wrong thing
Right.
because some of the problems that they had they nipped that stuff. It was all fun and games until it wasn't all fun and games.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Well, I told you
You
what I
know.
watched today.
yes. And that's what I'm saying.
Hey.
You brought up a very good thing, like with the QAnon stuff. When they first started seeing this was a problem, if they would have shut them down, like they were shutting down like a lot of other groups that didn't have them same issues, then you wouldn't, we wouldn't have saw this problem. But it became a
But
thing.
they saw the influx in traffic and they
Right. And so they fed off of that. And then to y'all point with, I already think they be listening to our conversations anyway. If Carol Smith is seeing that much, it's because Carol Smith at some point either clicked on something that was QAnon or was already talking about QAnon.
That's the thing. They weren't even doing activity on the page.
It was just pushing it.
They just they just made the page. And Carol Smith was not a person. That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
no, I get that.
They weren't even doing activity on the page. They made
just
the
left it
page.
stagnant.
Did they have Carol following people?
They gave it a couple of interests, and it started to shoot stuff into the
and
news
that's
feed.
what I'm saying because typically with the people what you said
But
that
the interests
person
weren't
was,
the interests weren't follows.
right. But no, I'm saying what you said, like she's the mom and all of this.
Yeah.
That has been the characteristics of many of those.
I know,
followers.
but that's the thing. But being, you know what I'm saying, there's
Just
many people
because
that
I'm
will
a
fall
mom,
there's
yeah.
many people that will fall under I want to take care of my kids.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
a Christian that have
agree.
no, it's to just the fact that that easily push that.
Because
to
that's what
them.
they want to push. That's my
It's
only point with
it's
that.
the algorithms or whatever.
That
You know what I'm
they
saying?
hide
They're
behind.
fucking toxic. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why I'm like, I'm not for the change name, change logo. If you're not gonna change
Your
goals.
Like I
ways.
said, you're not gonna change your practices.
right?
It don't really matter if you change your name.
Exactly.
But they're gonna do it because people are stupid, and for some people, it's going to work.
Right. And
It's just what it is.
and for people like me, it's like block, don't see, block, don't see, block, don't see, block, don't see. All of the social media platforms, they serve a different purpose.
Hey,
for
well,
me.
did you know how you can unfollow people, but not necessarily unfriend them,
Yeah.
Right.
right? They say if you
Ooh, I
do
have a
that,
few people.
they say if you do that, your whole news feed will change because it's the follows that count, not the friends.
Oh.
They say so your news feed will change if you unfollow.
Oh, I need to unfollow more
Yeah.
people then.
And then you can, they say, then you can operate like within it the way you want to operate within it. You go where you want to go, you look at what you want to look at versus it. Hey, look at this bullshit. Hey, look at that bullshit. Right? Because that's what it does.
That's crazy.
I'm turning into the anti-Facebook guy, but I don't care.
Well, we talk about that a lot. I'm with y'all. Like social media serves different purposes for me, but it's never that.
And it
like,
was crazy,
deep
and,
into 'em
and I
because
fuck with
of that.
Instagram, but I'm not on none of them shits too hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even when that's just what it is. Sorry. I'll check it out, and then I
Right.
try to get it. They say you got a social media more. I'm gonna need a social media manager or some shit. 'Cause I'm
Right.
not
That's what
into that
they
shit like that.
yeah, that's what life is pushed behind so much now. Like, oh, well, what do your followers look like? You'd be like, oh my gosh, what about my real life?
Well, I mean, it's shit. It's turned into some sort of a like social resume of some sorts, even though and people lie on resumes so,
All the time.
Right.
Same deal, right? Hopefully it don't. In China, they got like social credit systems starting to develop and shit.
Wow.
It was a movie that they made. I think it was on HBO. Michael B. Jordan was in it, and it was like some firefighter shit. And it was about like the way firefighters were like running shit, and they stopped people from reading books. Everybody was, and it was a whole thing was built like it was like a public social credit system thing built into the movie.
Was that based on that book Fahrenheit?
That's what I think. That's what. Yeah, I think that's what it was. The name was something like that.
I'm just stuck that you said Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan is the star of the movie
because I've basically seen all his movies. So I feel lost.
He's the star of the movie, and you know, but it's like built on like a social credit system, but it's like a public. So like this shit goes on like in public. It's like on the side of buildings and shit, and people can see you like losing your shit right then. Like, oh, you did some dumb shit. Bling, your credit went down. You know, like that shit is. You know, that's
I think it's like Fahrenheit 51 or something. I think
something
there was
similar
a movie
to that.
about it back in the day based on the book too. That's crazy. I would not want to live my life with my credit being based on my social media. Like
I have none.
I wouldn't want that.
Yeah,
because I can't get into it that way.
Yeah, Fahrenheit 451 came out in 2018.
I knew it was a Fahrenheit with some numbers.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but definitely
pretty decent movie. I mean, they were trying to keep people from reading. This shit was,
that's what people do already right now.
I mean, always. They
don't read now.
You know, but shit, you want to hide it from a nigga right now. Put it in a book. So
but exactly.
They don't have to try to get you to stop reading. People don't read.
Yeah, no, like so serious. It's the truth.
I still do, and I'm happy about that. That was a pastime that I enjoyed as a young person.
I used to love reading, and I don't sit down and read so much, but I do audiobooks.
Oh man, audiobooks.
You're good.
Yeah.
My mind wanders far too much for that. Like it'll be like, oh, they're reading.
It has to be something I'm interested in.
No, it's same for me. Like when I listen, it's something here.
Oh, really?
I don't have the attention span, and yeah, even when I watch TV, like Tasha will tell you, like she didn't know, I guess.
Smoke a little weed, you're locked right in.
She was over my place and she turned off the subtitles, and it was so hard for me to concentrate on watching. But I turn on the subtitles because if I read along, it's like something
It'll keep you locked in?
Yeah, it keeps me locked in. But it could be something I'm very interested in. But if I'm just listening to the TV, I think about like, oh, well, I could just send this text really quick and then it turns into something.
That's that phone. That phone got you.
Yeah. Or like, oh, well, you know what? I'll just go through these papers really fast while I'm sitting here watching. Then you start reading off. Like, oh, man, I missed it. Rewind. So, yeah, audiobooks don't do it for me. I have to read it.
I like either one. It works for me.
Yeah. It's not the same experience. You know, I prefer like audiobooks. Well, like when I'm doing stuff around the house, I'll have one on and like driving sometimes because every once in a while I get tired of music. And so I want to hear it a little, you know.
I like the audiobooks when I go for my walks. But when I'm not walking.
I don't know if I could do it in like that.
Oh, yeah. When I go for my walks, it helps me keep going. Like, all honesty, sometimes you don't even realize you walk that far because you be so into the book.
I might try that. I do podcasts while I'm walking. Yeah, I do podcasts while I'm walking.
See, y'all are good. I need music. I need that fast pace. Like,
If it's a podcast that's interesting, I mean, I'm not going to do like some shit that's like a learning podcast probably right then. But if it's something like that's funny or something, you know, like with the good energy, then yeah,
get you going.
Yeah,
I had to talk myself through some of them walks. Like, come on, you know, you got this. You got this.
You got to challenge. You got to challenge yourself.
Got it. Let's go.
Challenge yourself. All right.
Well, while you're on social media,
okay,
did you hear about the new social media platform that was supposed to be coming, but now the investors are starting to back out?
Back out.
Back out. Yeah, I did. You talking about the Donald Trump bullshit?
Man.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know it's gonna be called. You trying to call that shit truth?
And lies.
You mean it's not gonna be called fake news?
Hey,
like I would have thought that's what it would have been called.
This nigga is calling it truth. This nigga that gets up and just talks shit. He just say some shit. Just say some shit. Whatever. Just say some shit and then. Yeah.
I cannot.
So yeah, they backing out. People, the investors is finding out like that he's involved, and they're like, no, I didn't want to do that. it was one guy that said, I was reading about that story. This was interesting to me. He said, the fact that I find out that I would be investing in a way for this dude to be pumping his fake news through a site called Truth.
Right. That's
like, what you're saying makes me want to throw up.
That's crazy.
But I just don't understand. So I didn't read the whole story, but at that point when you have that type of money, why not just make a shell account and be somebody, put in some other name?
His ego is too huge.
And he doesn't want to pay for it. He wants other people's money to pay for it.
Oh, I see.
You know, even that, but it's like, even when he talks about it, still, he did it just like he do like on the real estate deals. Oh, it's big and all the big, it's just everything is extra. He can't just sit back in the back and, because this is where he's going to be getting his shit off. He's not on any of the other sites. He's like, I'm going to be on here.
Had he kept it quiet and just launched it and did everything else, he could have been on his own platform, and all the people who were anti-Facebook would have ran.
Well, I don't know how the investors found out he was involved. At what point? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was any announcement from him or just them doing their continuous research or whatever.
Yeah.
But or just gets to that point where you're like, oh.
I don't think it would have lasted. I think it would have fell straight.
I think it's still going to happen. I think it's still going to happen. I think he got enough support.
He has enough fans.
I think he has enough support where it's still going to happen. And people, but it's going to be crazy because he's going to be on there getting that thing off, trying to get back in people's eyes, and because it's a lot of support.
2024,
and then you're gonna have people on there that's trolling and trolling on the other side. Hopefully, they get trolled like they troll the other way. It's gonna be some fuck shit.
I'm just not ready to have his name back in the news every day like that again. I'm just not ready.
I mean, you've seen it already going on.
But I say, you remember like when it was like every day you'd wake up to something he had tweeted about and it
something
made the
stupid.
News. Yeah, I'm just not ready for that life again. Like we were just getting back to some
stupid
sense of normalcy.
Right.
Like, this is stupid. I know. It's like, if it seemed real, huh? He's like, I cannot believe. See, look,
does that type of stupidity really exist in the world?
I keep talking about this shit because all of the people that I were watching on this shit blew my mind. I watched the damn Insurrection documentary, HBO, no shit, just came out for 4 hours at the Capitol or some shit, right? And just like to hear these people listen to this man and move on the words that he said is amazing to me.
Hitler.
Just the fact that people, like, I know we're society and it's set up and you have to have certain rules and however it's set up. We have our law, our government set up the way it's set up. Okay. But for the president, he has to take care of these responsibilities. But for the people that genuinely wake up and like look up to that person like some sort of deity, I don't understand that. That I just don't connect with that. And so to hear them speak about him or anybody else, in that manner, it just fucking throws me off. To hear like these people literally saying like, man, I thought this dude was ordained by God to do, of course, you got the QAnon shit. They think he was here to fucking stop the fucking pedophiles. I don't even know why you would think that was the guy trying to do that. But I mean, like, even if that's what you was on, right, based on just what he's showing you right now, like not even, we can go track record, but right now. I'm not really, man. We spent all last year. I'm not doing it.
Well, I'm with you, but
I ain't doing it.
That out.
But that
documentary.
That documentary though was, like I said, just to see the mentalities. That shit was a lot. They got a lot of footage. They got footage from like the people like that you were hearing shit about. They got the footage from them too. HBO, HBO goes in
all the time. Their documentaries be pretty good.
HBO goes in. Their TV shows be good.
Yep.
Documentaries go in. The specials be good. Stand-up specials be good. When they used to have boxing, it used to be good.
I remember when they used to have boxing back in the day.
HBO don't be playing.
Right.
That new Soprano shit came out. I ain't watched it yet, but I heard that's good.
I'm gonna have to take a stance like Cash. I got too many shows in rotation right now. I don't think I can add another one.
Man, Cash watching BNF. He was for the shit. He trying to find that shit right now. Hold on, man. Let me tap in with dude.
You tapping in with him?
No, I'm just seeing what the deal. All right. Let's see. The Kanye haircut.
Oh man.
Art? Art?
It ain't no art. Let me tell you. What it
Y'all saying that's
like,
not art?
No, what it looked like.
Have y'all seen art?
You sit,
Right.
you sat in like that uncle's chair that claimed he the best barber in the world, but he ain't got them skills, and then you be coming back and your hairline be like, that's what that look like. He got the uncle to do that haircut, because anybody that paid for that on purpose,
Northwest did that shit. Northwest cut that
probably
shit.
it looked like a kid did it. Like,
Northwest called.
man.
Northwest called.
Man, look, can I just say this for all the listeners out there? I don't care if you are a fan of his. Do not copy that haircut.
Hey, all right.
Don't copy that.
This is
I'm
what I'm gonna
looking
say.
at the images now.
This is what I'm
They're
saying.
Crazy.
Because I mean, you know, you've been to the art gallery.
I have.
You've been to the
That
art
ain't
gallery,
it, though.
right? You've been in the art gallery and you've seen some abstract art,
Mhm.
right? I mean, some stuff that you'll be like, I don't know. Look at this old premature. Look at it. Look at
That's
this old
crazy.
premature dude.
You said go.
I did, but I was gonna call you. It's cool.
Oh,
What's up? It's fine, man. It's fine. We all here, man. You are live with These Ninjas podcast, man. You tapped in. What's up, my guy?
I'm tapped in, man. Fucking out here doing daddy shit. Homecoming.
He out here doing.
Shout out to the good dads.
Woohoo!
See,
in costumes and shit. What's up with y'all? How y'all doing?
man, we out here doing what we do, man. You know,
Good, man.
I gave you a good word, bro. You know what I'm saying? I shouted out to the single ladies. How you out here, man? Single dad, man. You know what I'm saying? So check your DMs. You know, after Tuesday.
Yeah, they dry, bro. They dry.
Check them out.
Sandpaper, my nigga, sandpaper.
Yeah. So is she off? Is she off and she at it?
She out there, man.
She out there.
One of my people just pulled up for a mixing session, man. I'm at the house. She out there doing what she doing.
All right, man. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Good luck.
Yeah, definitely.
Good luck. You know what I'm saying? No, that's what's up, man. Glad to see you, know what I'm saying? Baby girl getting on and getting older and, you know, growing. You got to grow. I know this is some shit for you.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely something different, man. It's,
Did you have a tear in your eye?
It's
We need some
experience,
pictures.
But, you know, I'm ready for it. I'm not old school. I just roll with the punches, man.
Okay. Taz said, did you have a tear in your eye?
Yes.
Aww.
We need
All
some
the time. My man
pictures.
give me a hug in front of her friends just to embarrass her a bit.
I told you it's that them dads.
Hey,
They
man,
get
what-
you every time.
What did she go as?
A Bratz doll.
A
Oh,
Bratz
goodness
doll.
gracious.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could only
Or
imagine.
something.
Right?
It was a variation of it, I guess. I don't fucking know.
All right,
I
man.
have no clue.
We about to finish the shit, man. Do your mix, do your mixing thing.
Y'all keep kicking ass. I'll be there next weekend. See y'all soon.
All
Yep.
right.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Podcast.
Yep. What was I talking about? Made me forget what I was talking
Kanye's
about.
crazy
I was talking about
haircut.
that nigga's
Oh,
art.
and you know
I was
that's
talking
not
about
his name anymore, right?
It's Ye.
Yes.
My
So
guy Ye. Hold
We gotta
in
respect the name
commemoration
change.
for the name change. Yay. So with the art.
No.
Damn, I was trying to get that off.
No.
No?
No.
I mean, like for niggas that's like bald and
No.
shit, he's trying to give him new life. He like, hey, no, this is how you can do it. No?
That's why I
No.
just said, please
Someone-
don't follow. This is not like the Kid and Play where you know that you was rocking the kid hairstyle. This ain't one of them.
I mean, but anybody could like do this cut at home.
And that's what we're saying.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, you eat at home.
Leave it to the professionals. I also don't cut my own hair. Like,
Right.
I do not. I know my limits. I know my gifts. Whoever cut his hair, that was not their gift. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
That nigga
Nah.
got the fucked up 3,000. That shit was trash. I don't know what that was. I don't know what he was trying to do. Trying to get off. He was trying to be too futuristic right there.
Ain't nothing.
Try
Even in
too-
the future,
Too innovative.
leave that haircut
In the
alone.
past.
I'm gonna say, man, it is some art though, where you can be like anybody could have did that. It's some stuff you see. You know it is.
No, that
It's
was not art. That was not art. I can't. You know, usually I be here
If
with
you put look,
No.
say look, let me reframe it. Say it wasn't his head.
If you saw
But-
anybody else with that haircut,
but
you know
on
you
like
talk about her.
say it was some sort of sculpture, right? And that was like a texture. No, all right. Fuck
I
it.
think it's a cry for help, and he needs his people who care about him.
He
needs
has people around him, man.
to
Y'all don't
love
be
him a
buying
little
it.
bit more.
Y'all be buying this stuff, man. All he doing is getting y'all to talk.
And that's fine, but you know people will see it and they will run with it, and that's why I'm saying before you think of that haircut, put the clippers down. Put it down. No. Is you having a moment?
I'm looking for my glasses. Oh, I found them. All right.
Oh, when you can't see, you can't find the glasses if you don't have them on.
No, I don't need
guess.
them up close.
Oh,
But I found that I do need them for certain shit. So
okay.
yeah. So no Kanye haircut.
No, kind
No.
No. Sorry, Kanye. Let's see. This Dr. Dre story.
I was waiting till we got there, but I'm gonna let you hit there because you know I'm gonna have something to say.
All right, man. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't read this story because this shit was the headline was too heavy.
Well,
To
we could
really-
just go off the damn headline. Like that was just
Okay. All right. The headline is that Dr. Dre was served his divorce papers at his grandma's funeral site.
yes. So I'm gonna let y'all chime in first before I go.
All right. I've never served anyone. Okay. So I don't know who is the tacky person, if it's the wife or if it's the server. That's where I am with it. This is like the tackiest shit I ever heard. This is the fucking tackiest shit probably I ever heard. But I don't know where the tacky came in. I don't know if this is a vindictive thing by Nicole and she can she's saying like, go here. I know he'll be here. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because Dre is hella insulated. So, or if that's just the server doing their research and then said, I don't know what to think of this shit. That's like I said, it's the tackiest shit I ever heard.
The only thing I do know about serving services, bottom line, they have to know where you are to find you. I've been somewhat involved in this situation where they're trying to serve someone and they were
Right.
like, do you know where that person is? And I'm like, oh, they're going to be here at this time. And yeah,
So you was the server snitch?
So I was the server snitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there has to be some kind of coordination with her. And that's the thing. Like you gotta catch up with the person to serve him. So she knew I think she's being tacky and messy, and that there is disgusting to me. Like come on.
That shit is disgusting. It
Like
is.
that there's no more whatever.
That's next level right there. Like that's a that's a nasty bitch right there.
Right. Like I never want to like see you breathe again. That's like that level angry. Like I don't even care about your feelings, the breath you breathe, nothing. Cause
Yeah, that. Taz, come on, man. Come on.
So,
Give it to me.
We know I be having a lot of critical things to say
Give
about
it to me.
Dr. Dre, right? But I will say, this is one time I actually felt some empathy because not only did you do it, you did it when it's not even just about him. This was a moment for his family to put his grandmother in her final resting place.
Mhm.
And You could have went to the
Right.
repast, because come on now, Dr. Dre is black. We all know everybody goes to the repast, okay? We know that to get that funeral chicken and all of that. You would have, I probably would have
Well,
laughed.
all right, look, I would say that this Dr. Dre's situation, you probably couldn't get to the repast.
And that may be true, but I'm just saying, I would have found it actually kind of funny if that was the headline. But I found that disrespectful that you interrupted a moment that it wasn't even about Dre.
Right.
This was about his grandmother resting place. That meant it was all other family members that are grieving, and it was now interrupted by now something that is a headline, you know, across the news and social media.
Now that they
Like-
got to see, you know what I'm saying, oh, flash across their fucking phone or their fucking timeline.
Right. And to be very
Right.
honest, I'm with Barb. I can understand if the anger he may have towards her, but if I was a family member, it would be one of them things too. I don't care who you the mama of. Don't you ever come around me again. Because that is a time that I think, I'm going to say going with what you said, but you didn't know who to be mad at. I'm mad at both. Because me personally, if I'm the server and you told me, oh, this is where, I'm not doing that. Because I
Right.
see, you know, like, you don't have to do everything. You know what I'm saying? You would have to give me another place or another time, because there's no way I'm going to interrupt the funeral.
In order to do
serve
this.
Right.
Well, was he? We haven't read it all. Was the server discreet about it? Like, as he's walking to the car after.
Well, there are different
in the middle?
reports. There are different reports because there are
Okay.
reports that they went directly to the site.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole's reports are that it happened in a parking lot.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So there is not a confirmed report on where it happened.
yeah, because there's some difference between ashes to ashes. Excuse me, sir, you've been served. Like, wait, what? Versus getting in the car, you've been served. Oh,
I just think the whole
it's
thing,
bad altogether.
yeah, because
but
no matter what part of it, that's a moment. You think about it, like when you get up to go to a funeral of somebody you really care about, your whole mood is like
Mhm.
jacked. So, and it's usually like that for the whole day. So to have my moment interrupted at any point for some BS that you could have served me with, it ain't like it's not
Right.
a secret. We all know they getting a divorce. You could have did that at some other time. That was tacky as hell. And you know I don't usually be on Dre's side, but I'm on Dre's side with this.
Hey, she is
Right.
not very compromising.
Nope,
All right?
not at all.
It's like if she don't like some shit, she don't like some shit. So this how you know this is some nasty shit right here.
Man, and they better hope that that person was discreet and be glad that Dre's family was nice, because I know some other families
That
mine
would never-
It
included,
wouldn't have been when it
stuff
went
like
so
that.
nice. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
all over.
that's the realness.
And you, before you would have heard it in a headline, would have been dragging her all on social media,
Mhm.
the whole nine. She would have been, where she at? Where she at? You interrupted my grandma's funeral, I'm gonna interrupt you. Where you at?
Right.
I'm gonna interrupt.
I'm pulling up.
Yeah. All right. Foul. This shit is foul.
No,
Very.
very
Nicole, foul.
bottom.
Hey, but this whole thing been nasty.
Yep,
This divorce has been a nasty divorce.
but that's a new level.
It's been going back and forth, and you know, I thought we culminated when the settlement happened. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. We still got more. This shit has been very drama filled.
That's crazy.
Man,
We've been
they
keep-
ain't
we've been keeping
divorced yet.
we've been keeping tabs on this. This shit has been going on since.
That's why I'm confused. He just now getting served when we been knew they was getting a divorce.
Yeah, this has been going on since about last year. This time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So we found out they was divorcing before he actually ever got his papers, is what you said.
Well, this was maybe the final signing or some shit because, like I said, they had a settlement and all kind of shit before.
And see, that's what makes this more tackier, because they could have just took that.
What?
They were doing separation first before divorce.
Yeah, but I'm saying, yeah.
But even with that, they got lawyers. They could have served him through his lawyers or something. This was just plain ass tacky. It was just tacky.
Well, I mean, you got to get them the paperwork, but that, like I said, yeah, this tacky. I told you, tacky shit I've heard.
Man,
Tacky shit I've heard.
she didn't get no points for me on that one.
Now you get it.
That Dre finally got a point
Hey,
for me.
the women ain't even supporting you on this, Nicole. You done fucked up.
You
right.
better be glad it wasn't my grandma,
Ooh, she said she would have put tips on you. She would have came and found you and put tips on you. She would have drove, found you,
Man.
tips on you.
Man.
I heard it. All right. YouTube, biggest app people look at, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anybody that's getting a Roku TV in the future, don't do it because YouTube will not be on that thing. Google and them been disputing and haggling and doing the thing, and they took YouTube TV off first, and they're taking YouTube off. So if you got a Roku, it's still gonna stay there. But anybody that get it going forward, it's not gonna be on there.
You'll still be all right though, because if you got a smart TV, can't you cast that stuff from your phone and stuff?
I'm saying everybody don't know all those things. I'm saying if you want that on
your TV,
your thing, right? That won't be on your thing.
Oh, I got a Fire Stick, so that part don't bother me. But
You got a good old
I got the good old Fire Stick.
that good thing.
So, wait, let me ask that. So you're saying if it's already on there, you good?
If it's on there, these are going to be for future models.
Oh, okay.
Future
then
models. So
my
I'm
baby said church is okay because
what I'm saying is people who are looking to buy Roku in the future, based for whatever, because it could be smart TV, it could be the little device, whatever,
Right.
all those different ways.
And what's the argument here that they're dumping them?
They're getting dumping YouTube. They dumped the TV before, and it was just a haggling. They couldn't come to negotiate, whatever.
Okay.
It was just that type of simple thing.
Okay.
Business dealings, nothing crazy. Just putting people on because people watch YouTube more than TV.
True.
Yeah.
So
So he's saying if you gonna get that Roku Black Friday right around the corner, you might want to do it before YouTube ain't on there.
might want to buy one that's already in the store. That's all I'm saying. Because if you get a new one, you're looking for it. It's not gonna be there. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be thinking your shit is broke. You're gonna be tripping because YouTube on everything.
Right.
Like all of the smart stuff, YouTube is front and center. So if you don't know, you're gonna think like, no, my shit broke.
Right.
My shit broke. I don't have no YouTube. Where the YouTube at?
Man,
So
you better use another device.
yeah, you better use it or don't get another time to do a thing. Yeah. All right. This was interesting to me. All right. The Philadelphia City Council, they approved a bill to ban police from making minor traffic stops.
I'm mad that we need to have bills for that. Like,
Well, I mean, that's
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I always thought
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on my language. I always thought that stuff was stupid and just an excuse to mess with people.
Well, I don't feel that police should be doing traffic.
I agree.
Anyway, they should be tending to police stuff. They have traffic people. Let traffic people do traffic stuff.
I agree.
And then that would cut down on so many interactions with the police that go awry. You know what I'm saying? Because traffic people don't have the all of that going on. They wouldn't be. I mean, if it's a thing police genuine have to stop you for, right? But we have so many tools now with fucking cameras everywhere, all kind of shit. The traffic people can handle that. It doesn't have to be a police officer.
So for minor traffic stops, what's included?
If your light is out in the back. Like, I never understood that. Like, they'll pull you over there like, your tail light is out. You didn't know. Well, if I'm not in the back of my car, how would I know that? It would take somebody to bring it to my attention.
Okay.
And a lot of times they don't even give you a fix-it ticket anymore. That's become like the way the cities in the states, get their money is by going, nope, that's not the fix-it ticket. You got a whole ticket for like $75 to fix something you didn't even know was out.
Right.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. I just don't think that that's really what police are doing. It's doing traffic. They have people
I
to do
agree.
traffic. And if they have to train somebody to do it specifically to deal with people, because that's not what the traffic officers do now, then do that. Put that in the budget. But having, like I said, cutting down on these interactions, the police are interacting with people and escalating situations, and people are escalating situations just based on nothing a lot of times, just on fear or prejudice.
So what else is a minor traffic stop though? Like
Not signaling when you're making your right turn, or you're in the left lane that already you're going left, but you didn't put your signal on, so now that's a pullover.
All right, okay. I was just curious because I've only been pulled over for I mean, never a tail light out, but that just the traffic people. So you're saying that now the traffic.
No, I am of the thing. No, that's not what I'm saying. I said I think that they should be letting traffic people handle traffic. What they're saying here is that the police won't be pulling you over for minor. So they're two different things. It's just that it's leading into what I'm saying is they should be not dealing with traffic.
Yeah, I'm just throwing this out there because yes, I understand our interactions with police cause other issues, but how many times have like those minor because you didn't signal or whatever? How many times has that turned into like illegal lane change to we pull them over, find out that they've been drinking and driving, and that leads to prevents someone from getting killed.
If the traffic person needs to call a cop, they can call a cop.
I'm for it.
So
they can be trained. They can be trained to handle traffic. I don't think the police have to handle traffic.
Okay,
and I think that's a little different because if you see somebody swerving like they're drunk, then I can understand a police officer.
Yeah, I'm saying
not a drunk swerve, but sometimes like
look, if it's some crazy shit, the police still have the jurisdiction to fucking see some crazy shit.
No, I get the jurisdiction thing,
but you should
sometimes
not be pulling over nobody's granny because granny forgot to signal a certain amount of feet ahead. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes those little traffic stops, those minor ones, we need due cause, and then you catch the killer too. So I don't know. It's kind of. And the traffic person, are they trained? If they pulling you over for a minor type of situation,
but the person is not going to be as alarmed when the traffic pulls them over and be able to act as aggressively as they would toward a police officer off top.
I just hope it spreads past.
That's the police officer already with that person that's doing whatever. They're already going to be more aggressive because they're scared off top with the police officer. The interaction is going to be a completely different interaction.
Just a small slippery slope there, a small one, but okay.
I hope it spreads. My friend is in Philly, so she already going to see what that's like. I want to see it go to other places because I just think some things that your interactions are is just makes no sense.
Yeah. Cut them down. Less heightened situations. All right. Let's see. DMX. Oh no. We before we get to DMX, let's shout out this black-owned fish market chain, Joe's Gourmet Fish.
Can I get some fried fish right about now?
Hey, can we get some on the real? Show them some fish, some D's Ninjas.
Right.
All right. All right. They are a fish fry chain. They are located. They have several locations in Walmarts all over the place. They are now offering franchise opportunities.
That's awesome.
All right, and I think that's awesome. That's why we're talking about. That's why we're not going to talk long. I just want to shout them out and let people know that they're offering franchise opportunities. So do your due diligence. If that's something that may interest you. You have local Walmarts or something that don't have something like that in it. Hey, I just love supporting this black shit when they doing good shit. Yep.
So true.
I thought that was worth the word.
Thought that was worth the word. Many close Walmarts out here.
We don't have a lot of Walmarts out here.
Every once in a while, I make that drive though.
Our Walmarts are scarce.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of Walmarts. In some places, Walmart is everywhere.
Yeah. I went from living very close to a Walmart
to not having a damn Walmart.
A whole day trip.
Right.
That's the difference. You like, I changed the whole program.
Man, I'm like, this is different.
Well, like I said, that's that West now. All right.
Look, I'm trying to find out how much my franchise.
Let's go. DMX has another kid has surfaced.
Yes,
man.
15. Yeah.
Y'all believe this?
If that's true, because they said they're supposed to have a blood test.
Yeah, man, I don't believe it. I'm gonna just say it right now. I don't believe it.
Why don't you believe it?
I just don't.
Because, okay, so not to put them out there. I mean, let's just be real.
I know DMX could have been out here,
a lot of rappers do, and then they pass
all
away.
Around.
We'll find out till later because Eazy-E been dead for how long?
The
last couple of years, I got another one.
What took you so long?
To what? Find out Eazy-E had more kids?
No, I'm talking about DMX kid. What took you so long to say something?
Okay, but here's the thing. Maybe, just maybe, it wasn't that he didn't know, it's maybe that other people
Didn't know.
Nope.
Now that's very possible.
Yeah.
Now I know they said that he tried to do a big thing about making sure all his kids knew each other.
I
But
ain't buying it.
sometimes the daddy know and everybody else in the family don't necessarily know.
Or the mother knew she got pregnant and was like, you know, he had some ups and downs and said, I'm out. I don't want nothing to do with him. And I go tell him. And then somebody in the family, well, now that your daddy dead, let me tell you, your daddy was DMX. And that's how some of those things come out of the closet.
Sometimes always know, but to your point, still could have said, nah, I choose for my kid not to be
Live
in your
that
life.
life,
And we
yeah.
like to keep it that way. And maybe DMX decided to respect that.
Or maybe he just didn't know, too.
So like I was saying, it's no diss to him. But if you listen to like interviews Eazy-E's son has done, there were less kids at the time his daddy died and at the funeral to the point we're at now. Like sometimes it comes from these kids were all living in different places.
Yeah, well,
So
I'm not.
it's
I'm
a
not.
lot that could be with that.
I'm not comparing. Well, I'm not.
No, I'm just saying kids come out the woodworks a lot with these rappers when they pass because, and not just rappers. Let me not say that, entertainers in general.
I was about to
be
say what you said
finding
about
out-
rappers.
No, because I just kept thinking about the Eazy-E story. But that's entertainers in general, where you be thinking, you know, like, oh, over here he had 14 kids. But don't be surprised if in the next few years he up to 20. It's just very possible. Because he even said he wanted to be out there being fruitful and multiplying. So he might have way more kids than we thought we knew about.
I don't believe
Look.
this kid.
Coming from
Why?
I don't want to.
a non celebrity raw till I just found my pops, my biological pops, just last year, and found out I have a sister that's 23 years old. So like, yeah, families
Are
getting
y'all?
messy.
Have you met her?
I have.
Are y'all tight?
Yeah, well, yeah, sorta. Yeah.
I mean, just
Yeah, since our exchanges, yes.
okay.
Mhm. I flew to Oregon to go meet her.
That's crazy. One of my best friends found out like he had a brother and like found him through Facebook and like end up meeting him and like they like tight now. Like
Oh.
like so that's dope when that happens.
Yeah, it was 23andMe for me that helped me out with that DNA spit in the tube
And
thing.
that low-key got
Oh,
me
wow.
scared. I ain't
With
gonna
them
lie
it
to
was
y'all.
like a matter of like reaching out, like I think this might maybe if I and just kind of threw it out there and then it connected. The dots connected.
See, I wish that was so simple for me. It took me years looking on Facebook, nothing, and then finally it all came together. So yeah.
Well, it came together though.
Yeah, it came together.
That is a worry I have taking that test because I know my father was a little living life. And so I'll be afraid sometimes.
I'm just living life.
Like that's the nicest way I could put it. I feel like we might take that test and then
You find out it's
and
a few of y'all.
we always said that too, that if he ever passed away, that was always kind of like how you getting with DMX, that
Right.
thought process of I would not be surprised if we didn't grow up all this time and then somebody come out the woodworks and they like, yes, so
Yeah.
it's possible. You just want to be against it. DMX probably got like 25 kids out there because he was really
Damn,
with
she just put 25
Yeah,
kids on my
Cause
nigga.
gave him a whole bunch of extra.
She just threw like 9 kids on my nigga.
Because if you really look back to what he talked about being fruitful and multiplying, and you think about it, if you
Nah,
was a
11.
fan like me,
She threw 11 kids on that nigga.
nah, because if you was like me, I was a fan.
'Cause I don't believe
knew
this kid.
about the one
Right.
with
So-
I knew about the ones with his wife, right? But then when they split and then you start hearing he had all these other kids, it was like, well, damn,
What?
where all these kids
Kids
come
come
from? Because he
from?
was definitely married all that time. So,
But he
you
was
know.
proactive in knowing where all his kids
And that's why I'm
were being
saying.
born.
But like she said, it could have been a thing of somebody saying, yeah, this is your kid. But I don't, because of his drug problem, they didn't want him in their life.
Yeah,
I just think
didn't know
DMX knew
about
where all
that
his
daddy.
kids was at. He
And
wanted
he
to
might have
connect them.
known where this one was and just didn't tell nobody else.
Nah, he said
Possible.
he was connecting all his kids. That's what he did. I don't want to hear it. This kid's a liar.
Okay, so when that blood test come back,
Pop, pop.
then what?
That he did something.
Oh,
I'm not doing this with you.
All right.
Now
I'm
this-
not doing this with you.
this turns
I'm
into an
not.
episode
Right.
of Blood and Water now. Like
'Cause
what?
I got a few old school. That's why I say I got to take it off of rappers. If you go back and look at some of these musicians that had the same problem when
They
the
was
states
on
got
tour.
ready to get cleared, then blood tests came back.
Hey, I'm just saying. I think my nigga knew all his
He
kids.
don't believe him.
I don't believe this one.
Okay. Well,
I
we'll
mean,
sit. We'll sit back and see.
If it
another one
comes
could come
out,
along.
You
and
gonna
I
owe
could-
me a Reese's cup.
Another one could come along. I could feel completely different.
Well, if it come back that way, just know you owe me a Reese's cup. And I'm keeping tabs of all the things you owe me Reese's cups.
Man.
Hey, look, you know I don't really like giving out Reese's cups, right?
Why?
Because I'm anti peanut butter.
Oh,
Right.
that's right.
So like you throwing in Reese's cups at me, it's almost like you like
Right.
shooting at me a little
Try to take him down. Try to take him down.
Shooting at me a
Try to
little
take
bit.
him down.
A little
Oh
bit.
man,
My bad.
that's so bad.
All right. I got one more topic. Oh no, wait, hold up. First of all, I just want to shout out Deion Sanders.
Oh
Because
yeah,
Deion Sanders got out there at the Jackson State
sure did.
homecoming and just simply said something that we need to hear everywhere.
More often.
Stop the killing. Stop fucking killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just that real simple statement. Right? We need more people to just come out and just, that people respect and admire and look up to. Because, you can't sometimes just hearing it from your brother and your mama and your daddy. That ain't it.
At all.
You just don't, when you're young, you just don't want to listen to them.
The killings are old. This been happening all my life. I'm
mean,
42. I'm tired.
I'm
too.
tired. I mean, and we never want to have the argument where we talk, because of course the police aren't supposed to be killing us.
Mm-hmm.
They're tasked with protecting and serving.
Right.
But when that argument comes up and then people throw the black on black, they're conflating the issues, right? Because they don't have anything to, do with each other per se, right? But we need to pay more attention to this shit.
Right.
We need to pay more attention to this shit. We need to not just brush it off and be desensitized and just like, oh, that just happened when it happens, because we are killing our own people.
Mm-hmm.
And you took it there, but in my head, I was really still just thinking in general. It's like we, as humans, need to stop killing each other.
People.
Like, it's right.
Right.
'Cause it just seems like we get on, you can't, I get out of class sometimes and happen to turn on the news real quick. It's another school shooting. Then you see this. It's just like,
I just,
damn, can we get a break?
I feel you. I feel like what gives a person the nerve to think that they have the right to take somebody else's life, the authority to take someone else's life over things that, some shit. Sometimes it be things, sometimes it's some money or something, but it's other ways to handle shit.
Right. And it's just like, it angers me because it's like the audacity, because when you take somebody's life, you've now taken someone from the earth, but you've changed so many other people's lives with that one act.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it becomes like this, it's just the thing that I'm glad he said it. But like I said, taking it even further from what you said, I think it's just, we have way too much already going on in life, and people die from so many other things. You really don't need to add to it. They gonna go at some point, some way. They don't need your help at all.
Exactly.
That's real. I mean, yeah, that's real. On another level, maybe we're just animals and animals kill animals. And, that's how we do it.
Never looked at it that way.
I know. I think it's senseless, but,
Very
perspective,
much
man.
so.
Yep. Survival of the fittest, I guess, right?
But a lot of this is just like reckless. It's not even like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's something different. It's like self-hate mixed with ignorance, mixed with conditions, and all of that. All right. One more thing, because I know somebody wants to talk about this. The RZA said that Tupac was a more dangerous, quote unquote, MC than Big.
I agree. Shout out to the RZA for giving the prize.
She couldn't wait to say
to
that.
Tupac.
Right.
Shakur. But no, I agree, because that's one of the things when we talk about my love for Tupac that has always been there, is that with his well-roundedness and the things he talked about, mentally that did make him more dangerous. Now, I'm not knocking Big at all. Big told stories, right, about things that he saw. But I feel like with Tupac made you really think about stuff that was outside of maybe what you saw.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna totally agree.
Thank you. You mean you agree with me on Pac?
I mean,
I love it. I love it.
They were different type of rappers.
They were.
Tupac connected with you on an emotional level. Big was more of a technical. It was, he connected with you, but it was different.
Right.
Tupac was able to like tug at your heartstrings at times.
And make you think.
He made you think. He was flawed. He contradicted himself. It was, a lot of time, but that's people. That's humans.
Exactly.
That's humans, right? So he was a flawed person just like everybody else. But he had big thoughts, big thoughts. He tried to convey them as best he could. He made people think and not just want to fucking do the same shit. So.
And I think he's somebody, if he was still alive, this generation would actually listen to. Like, a lot of times we talked about old school rappers.
I don't know if I believe that.
I think
because I don't think they really listen to much. But I think that I saw where he was going with his stuff. I mean, even though, look, I fuck with Tupac, but I didn't love the way he seemed fucking the way the Death Row shit like took over his life.
Oh yeah, that was.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I was an early Tupac fan. You know what I'm saying? And Tupac was on that shit, right? And of course, you're human. You go through shit. I understand why he went with Death Row. Should got his ass out of jail in that situation. I understand that part, but I still don't like how fucking full blast he dove into that. Once I just that never sat right with me. Even though the music was dope. Music was dope, but it's like for people when we talk this Tupac and what he was, I'm like, man, never forget. He damn near got caught up in all that damn shit real easy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of that.
Well, I mean, again, going to the fact that he was human, like
no doubt.
Even outside of signing to Death Row, of just watching everything, like when you go back and you watch the interviews during that time period and all the stuff that he was being hit with, I think played a part in how that persona or even maybe the change in him happened. Because sometimes things will happen to you and your whole mentality about the world and your outlook of the world changes.
That definitely partly happened with him. I just don't like the way he's like deified and without people speaking on like the ups and downs.
I would never do that. But he is still my favorite.
Sure.
Always will be. If you ask me who my favorite rapper, hip hop, whatever is, living or dead, it's gonna always be Tupac, but for the reason that RZA talked about, like, it's because I could get every different emotion listening to him. You can't say that about. There are some other rappers out there that you could get that from, but it's not a lot. Some of them are known for the party,
and that's not what Big was. That's not what not what Big was.
Exactly.
Even though he had songs that touched in those areas, but he wasn't so much, like I said, the speak out revolutionary part.
Right. That's that word. That's what I was looking for.
Especially that Tupac had early.
Yes. That's that word.
And that maybe might have been coming back around. Like I said, I heard where he was going. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like once he was trying to get his own footing and then so we didn't get to see that.
Shout out RZA again for giving the shout out.
Man, shout out to the RZA. Shout out to the RZA for doing it I know being behind this show. He out here. We watching the Wu-Tang show. And RZA.
Yeah, and I be noticing you be getting close to time because you always want to be the first one to see the show before me. So I want you to know I got beef with you.
We're not even talking about BMF. We talking about the Wu-Tang show.
Oh, I thought you just said BMF.
We talking about the Wu-Tang show.
I know.
Look at you. She got meat on her mind.
Right?
Saturdays is for Meech. Wednesday is for Wu-Tang. Okay.
She got meat on her mind. I was talking about the way the RZA is trying to visually show us how genius that he was in creating.
Don't do that. Because I just gave him props and you gonna make me have to take it back.
The RZA is not doing that. He is not trying to show us how genius he was visually through this show. That's not going on.
I'm not gonna comment.
All right.
Uh-oh.
We gonna get out of here then.
This is
Because I need to see my BMF show.
A
I think you be
fight.
cutting it close on purpose.
Man, I'm not even thinking about
So you
that.
could
'Cause we
be
gonna watch it when it
first.
come out. She be trying to. It's not that serious.
Yes, it is. I gotta
The
see it
BMF
at 9 o'clock when
race.
it drops.
It's
Lord.
And we
Just
all
stay-
know because
Just stay off of
Little
social.
Meech
Just
and
stay off of
Davichi
social
can't
media,
get
and you
it,
just
so
stay
you
off
know.
of social media, and you be fine.
No.
Oh.
Now when y'all be sending me like all these DMs about the stuff that's going on, you want me to just ignore it?
Hey, well, hey,
See?
we getting ready to get up out of here because we got to go.
And
We
that
gotta
is
go.
awesome.
We gotta go.
And that
We gotta
is
go.
awesome.
It's checkout time.
Yeah, it's checkout time. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna send it around, let y'all know what it is, and then I'm gonna let you know what it is.
Round and round,
And then
round we go.
Taz is gonna go watch BMF.
That's right. I am.
That's what's happening. It's Saturday night. BMF comes out
That's
like
right.
for any consumption, like for anybody's consumption at 9 p.m. Eastern
West Coast time.
West Coast time, which is midnight Eastern time. So she is like literally tuning in at 8:59, so she can get to see that shit.
That's right.
All right, Barb, man, let them know what it is.
Y'all can hit me on Twitter at Agent99Time. On Instagram, it's Novels by B. And on TikTok, Novels by B. And YouTube is Only Barb.
Only Barb, no S.
No,
Okay,
Only Barb.
not like Only Barbs.
No. Mm-mm. Don't put me in the Barb's game.
I'm about to say Nicki Minaj might try to get at you.
Right.
All right, yeah, you're right. Taz.
Funny. So mine is on both Twitter and IG, Mocha Vibes. That's Mocha_VYBEC.
That's what's up. And if you want to follow these ninjas, make sure that you go to These Ninjas Pod on Instagram, on Twitter. Yeah, both of those. Also on Facebook. These Ninjas Pod. On Twitch, go to These Ninjas, DEE. Well, actually, it's D33Z Ninjas. That's on Twitch. We do a lot of our pre-show, and you can catch some of the podcasts on Twitch. And make sure you visit our website at www.theseninjas.com. I am JJ Dynamite, the coolest ninja you know. You can catch me on any of the socials at Club Dynamite. Change the U to a V. Quite simple. Shout out to Extendo. Shout out to Vern. Shout out to everybody that listens to us.
Woohoo.
Whoop, whoop.
Shout out.
Right? Shout out to the world, man. Love y'all, man. Everybody get out of here.
Nighty night.
Peace.